Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star review so we can continue to give you the ish that we talk. And now that is out the way, I will not act like I'm on AM fucking radio. What the fuck's the deal? All of you ugly motherfuckers. What's poppin'? I'm here with you. We here together. We gonna make this shit pop.
What's poppin', Lindsay? My dog.
Hey, what's going on?
If you are actually tuning in with us live today, this is an update. But this is the issue we talk. We got the pleasantries out the way, but I will always give a shout out to Twitch, and I will always give a shout out to TikTok. If you are listening to us, because TikTok is back. If y'all are popping with us on TikTok, this is going to be an update of what we talked about last weekend when it came to the situation in the town. If you don't know what the town is, we in Kansas City, Missouri, and in this town, it is some things going on where some popped off with an individual. We addressed it, and then someone came to us telling us certain things that we that they said that we were only 25% accurate about.
Yeah. So what's been going on lately in the town over the past couple of weeks is that this person that has been deemed a scammer has by the name of Jay Marcel has been doing some things which we talked about on the last episode. But if you didn't catch the last episode, just a quick rundown. This guy, he's been trying to position himself to be some type of like local activist. And people have been scammed by him, allegedly. And so what popped things off over the last couple of weeks is that 2 weeks ago we had a really bad snowstorm, and he said that he had 2 party buses that he was going to position in 2 separate places, and they were going to be warming stations. So you were going to be able to go there, and he was going to set them up for 3 days. He was going to have Netflix movies playing all day in the party buses, along with having hot dogs and hamburgers for free. And this wasn't just for the homeless. It was for anybody that wanted to come out. Mind you, we were like getting 13 inches at that point. And we got ice before we got the snow. So
13 inches is pretty deep.
Yeah.
Snow or dick, that's a lot. Is what it is.
Yeah. That's fair.
You
so
pull out 13 inches of snow, nigga, you like, hold up. Nigga pull out 13 inches of dick. Women and niggas gonna be like, whoa, wait a minute, sir.
Right.
I came to see a dog, not a horse.
So yeah. But no, he put out this post. It was a video. I actually saw the video, and in the video he was saying, that he was going to do these things, and that any donation, whether it's $1, if you want to donate to the cause, you can. He also said it was pretty expensive to operate, but he was coming out of his own pocket to do it and whatnot. We said that people start coming out saying that, hey, he didn't do it, whoop-de-whoop. And then he came out and said that he only did it for 1 day because it was very expensive. It cost like $450 per party bus to fill up the tank, let alone all the other things that he was saying that he was going to do. So we got word, because we were questioning, like, okay, maybe he did it for the 1 day, and it could be very expensive. I'm not gonna put that on him, you know.
Exactly.
Um, but we got word that people did go out on the first day that he said he was going to do it. And at the two locations that he said he was going to be, he was nowhere in sight. So, yeah, he did not do it according to this person at all. Then the whole thing about him wanting to um, buy food for people during this time. He said that he was going to go to a particular spot, and then he ended up not going to that spot, but he went to a church's. The church's was like across the street from the place that he had originally wanted to go. So we were like, okay, well, it's still the snowstorm. Maybe that place was closed and he just opted to go to churches instead. Um, he said this person pretty much said that he did that to try to cover up the fact that he was scamming because he did get some donations and whatnot. So yeah. Uh, then also there's a whole situation going on with this funeral home. Now he's been going to people's inboxes, going to crime scenes, going to hospitals, excuse me, apparently, and coercing people into transferring their loved one's body to this particular funeral home and telling them um, they can get a discount. And the discount is a significant discount, it's almost 50%. So there was a particular family that took them up on this offer, and the body gets transferred there. And then when they go to handle the business, the funeral home is like, we don't know what you're talking about, and the price is the price. Well, this person, reached out to local uh, pages that handle local business that's been watching this Jay Marcel situation transpire, and let them know, like, hey, this is our situation we're currently in. So they ran with the story and whatnot. With them running with the story, they called for people's generosity to come out, and they start sending donations to the funeral home, because one of the things that was going on was that the funeral home was not trying to transfer the body, because now you have a balance. So um, they were going to transfer the body to a funeral home that they normally use for their loved ones. But because of this balance, the funeral home that the body was at was not transferred. So then the funeral home, talks them into keeping the body there, because now that this public generosity has started to, pan out financially, because people are sitting in donations. So they went on ahead and kept the body there, and they had the funeral over the past weekend. So that loved one is buried, but this it just still doesn't make sense with the whole funeral home part, because why would Jay Marcel be doing this without getting some type of compensation? And that's the big question. So it's like this funeral home, I feel like, is lying. They've come out, they've made videos, they've made posts, they've released a statement saying that they don't have any affiliation with Jay Marcel, but in all actuality, they have had public affiliation with him at one point, because they, through a community event and a grand opening for a second location, with the help of Jay Marcel, and it was posted all over the flyer that was posted online, and that was back in July. So how do you not have any affiliation when you were affiliated with him just back in July? So something in the milk still ain't clean
Yeah.
with the whole funeral home aspect of it all. I feel like the funeral home is trying to wash their hands of this dirty practice that they've been partaking and benefiting from. Um, and it's a dirty practice to try to, prey on someone in their time of need to try to get them to handle their loved one's body at this particular funeral home, and promising all these type of discounts and stuff when that ain't what's going to happen, so
Right.
so yeah, so we still have that question in the air and whatnot, but um what also, because of this, what also has been happening is that people have been coming out with their own stories and whatnot about what's going on. And before Jay Marcel deactivated his Facebook accounts or whatever, he actually went on live cussing out everybody. So I wasn't privy to that information because I don't, I only followed like one of his pages, because he was trying to be this local activist and whatnot. And so, um, yeah, and
I didn't know who this man was at all. I'm gonna keep it a total bean with everybody listening to us right now. I never knew about this individual. Whatever he was trying to do or trying to scam, allegedly, I never knew about him. So this, for me, is totally brand new. This is just like,
yeah,
oh shit, what type of time do niggas be on?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just, people don't have no integrity about themselves nowadays. Um, it's wild that there are people like this in the world. And when you go down the rabbit hole of this situation, he has been preying on people for a minute. Like, he will send people inboxes. He would, send these long, lengthy inboxes, giving his condolences, um, just talking about the person like he knew them personally, and then offered them this discount if they were to transfer the body to this person, to this funeral home, you know, and we'll put numbers out there too, you know, and we all know that like burying a loved one is not cheap. So, and we all know that everybody doesn't have life insurance.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what he's preying on, you know, instead of people, making plates and doing GoFundMe's and stuff like that. They're like, okay, well, we'll cover the cost for half if you transfer to this funeral home, and all you gotta do is just come up with $5,000.
And I will piggyback off that and add the assist to this because from my experience, I want people to know because um, everybody looks at funeral homes like they just trying to get a bunch of money from you. And I will honestly say this from my experience and my recent experience. I won't get into full detail of it because it's just gonna unhatch some shit that I don't need unhatched right now. But what I will say is um, funeral certain funeral homes, particularly the one that I went to, they understood that the pain and the tragedy that I went to, and not only was they 100% dope with me, um, picked up my loved one, didn't charge me for it, and uh, honestly was just like they're gonna put me on their family discount, so I didn't have to pay what everybody else paid, because they knew what I was going through was very, very tragic. So all funeral homes ain't bad. All funeral homes ain't trying to juice you out your insurance or just some extra money. Some funeral homes actually do what they're supposed to do and allow you to bury or cremate your loved one with the utmost respect. And so I always will. I'm going to be a advocate on that, because of my experience. Was hard, but those people worked with me, and it wouldn't. And I'm gonna keep it a bean. It wasn't that I didn't have the money. They worked with me because of how distraught I was. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying. It was certain things that I couldn't even speak of without breaking down, and they just really allowed me to, you know what I'm saying, to have that moment. And then they not only did they walk me through the process, they gave me the process with so much respect that I have a different outlook on how certain people have to bury their loved ones.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes funeral homes probably get a bad rap, because at the end of the day, it is a business, and they have to, some things you just have to conduct as a business, but it's a touchy business, because you're already emotional from what you're going through and whatnot. So when they are able to, conduct the business and be empathetic at the same time, that's a special type of business that you're conducting your business with.
Yeah, that was something that I would always remember and respect. They even allowed me just to give y'all the just a real talk about it. They even allowed me to put keepsakes with my loved one, like, things that she would always remember, that was going to be with her, that was going to go with her to the afterlife. And they were 100% fine with it and dope with it, and allowed me to go through the process as hard as it was, and they held my hand through it. Not only they held my hand through it, they told me, like, whenever you come up here, if you ever wanted to, like, get any type of, like, not a shrine, but like an urn or anything, like they said, Knight, all you got to do is come up here. I don't care if it's 2 weeks from now or 2 years from now. We gonna make sure you get something that's really, really dope. And I was like, I already got it. But thank you. And they was like, nah, still though, if you just wanted something to, like, carry around, we got you.
Yeah. And that's good. That's good to hear that everybody ain't out here just being real cold. There definitely some good ones out here that are understanding that this is a touchy situation. And that's a touchy business, to be in,
It is.
And it's sad, and it's disheartening that there's people out here that are really on this, so yeah. So just wanted to, give the update on what we were privy to.
And let's get the full update. Let's not, okay, yeah. So I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh, you good.
So what happened 100% is when we posted our podcast, we had an individual that let us know that we were only 25% accurate about what was going on. They also said that they have receipts about Jay Marcel being a scammer. Again, all of this is alleged. Like you see on the on our page, like, these were alleged in our opinion. Also, these were alleged because nobody has been to court over any of this. But the individual that came to us let us know about certain things that they said that they were privy to, that they knew what was going on, especially when it came to the whole bus situation or the party bus situation. We asked those people to be a part of this. Those people don't want to be a part of this. So I'm always go back into saying this. If Jay Marcel is a scammer, then he's a scammer. I don't know per se. Lindsay doesn't know per se. But what we need to know on the whole thing is to make it make sense with what's going on with him. I said on Saturday, I believe that maybe he is trying to do something. He just broke. And so being broke and trying to be an activist, you're always going to get backlash for it, because motherfuckers expect they little, and I ain't going to say little, but I'm going to say people expect their donation to floodgate like a marching band for some shit. And sometimes it don't work that way. Now, is he doing the when he's getting these donations, is he doing what he's supposed to do with these donations? I don't know. We don't know. The Ish We Talk do not know. And whatever donations that the funeral home got, in my opinion, that's what they went on and like stopped this whole tirade of making this lady or that family seem upset about this young lady losing her life, because if you telling them like, how can you transport the body if you ain't got enough money to even pay for the funeral? It's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy business. I think everything around this stinks. Like, in my opinion, everything around this stinks. And I think we really do need to get to the meat and potatoes of what's going on. And I hope that the person that reached out to us about this is either willing to get on our platform and talk about it, or have somebody get on this platform and talk about it, or talk about it on their own platform, so it would make more sense to us. Because me and Lindsay on the same way, man. You gotta follow the money. We can't follow the money right now with what y'all trying to say. We can't follow the money, and I think that's the reason why we even jumped online on a Monday to even talk about this, like, because we want somebody to speak up on it. Either it's Jay Marcel, it's the funeral home, or it's the people that reached out to us. Speak up on it. Speak up on it so we can really know what's going on, so we can really find out if it's some undermining things going on, or if is it a person that was trying to do something and this was getting pushed back because everybody else didn't think the money was what it was supposed to be. Because that's what that's what it sounds like to me. And if you don't speak up on it, and I'm gonna just keep it a bean, like, you know, I'm one of them advocates of, nigga, I said what I said. If you were trying to send us things but are not trying to give us receipts, I'm gonna start looking at it like that you just have a personal problem with an individual, instead of actually, you know what I'm saying, showing me the type of individual that this person is. Because that's what we're here for. At the end of the day, yeah, we talk shit and spit, but truth be told, this is what we try to do as internet motherfucking I don't know what's the word to call us, internet's journalists. Yeah, I'm gonna use that as an internet journalist. We need receipts. If we don't have those receipts, we can't go to bat for you. I really wanted to, like, I wanted to say who you was, shout you out, and let it be that calm, but nobody came forward. And I'm not saying that, you know, you ain't busy and some certain things happen, but if you tell me you got plenty of receipts, because that's what you told us.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see those receipts.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just like it's just sad that this situation is going on, and I just want to get down to the bottom of the funeral home part of it. Like the warming station, okay, fine. Like you didn't do what you said you was gonna do. Now you're known not to be trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? So don't do business with you on that part. But as far as the funeral home part, like it's just something in the milk just ain't clean, and I just really want to get to the bottom of that because somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. Like this man would not be out here doing this for this particular funeral home if he wasn't being compensated financially. What's the point? What's the point of him doing this and sending it to that specific funeral home? Like all all the business that he was trying to trump up was going to one particular funeral home. So what is it with this particular funeral home? It like he has to be getting some type of kickback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just be real with the shit. Excuse me. Like as far as the funeral home, like just be real with the shit. Just say, hey, we asked him, we had a partnership with him or whatever the case to trump up business, but we didn't like his practices or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because his practices are pretty foul. If that's the case, or like we didn't know what he was doing out there or anything of that nature, like, or we didn't tell him no discount, we just asked him to get business, like something. But them just flat out lying, saying that they don't have any affiliation with him when there's proof that y'all have some sort of affiliation with him. Like, no, that's not gonna keep your business open. Because I don't want to conduct business with no liar, especially when you're dealing with something as emotional as burying your loved one. You know what I mean? So I don't care what kind of discount you gonna give. No.
You got to make it make sense to the point of this. And I'm gonna keep on saying this man's name, just not on the spite of this man. What I'm saying, I'm gonna keep on saying this man's name because of this. A lot of people has posted like, Jay Marcel is gonna get his face on a T-shirt. Excuse me, but I really want y'all to think about this. For everybody posting these type of things, have y'all been scammed or hurt, or know somebody that scammed or hurt by this man? If y'all don't know that, then a lot of things that are going on is hearsay, and then a lot of things are that's going on might not necessarily be him. He is just the face.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if we really gonna play this game with certain individuals, we really have to understand this. You always put a face out there because the nigga in the background is the one really pushing the bells and the whistles. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going on with this man, but as far as that funeral home is concerned, it's easy for them to let him be the scapegoat because they were doing different practices. And I'm not saying that is true, but I'm saying it's real funny that the funeral home made a statement of not being affiliated with him, but when we have literal receipts that you are, and everybody else having their opinion about Jay Marcel or shooting down Jay Marcel, you can't keep coming to people like us without receipts about that shit.
Yeah.
And we've seen that, especially in this town. We've seen motherfuckers be like, okay, well, show me proof, and motherfuckers will give you a list of fucking proof. Come on, if you grew up in the town that I grew up in, then I'm gonna tell you off the flip. That's one thing that motherfuckers can always tell you about me is if a motherfucker tell me something about somebody that I know, one thing that I do is pull their paperwork because it is fucking free to the public.
Yeah.
I'll pull their paperwork out.
You know, they don't call it the show me state for nothing.
Yeah. I
So
did that shit for years. Bro, I used to stand on niggas' necks on paperwork. Because a nigga can't tell me about somebody if I can't read that shit. Like, a motherfucker be like, oh, yeah, he's snitching on such and such. And he told on this. I got to read the paperwork. If the paperwork don't say that, and when you get in the paperwork, it's all sorts of loopholes and all that, informant one, informant, all this whole extra shit, but it's still paperwork. I need to see the paperwork. And then nowadays, you don't even need that. You just need a bitch that don't like you, and she'll send you all the text messages from this nigga talking about how he's gonna fuck this nigga over. I can't say everybody. I will say this. For the individuals that reached out to us, if you can't show us where we can really, because it's all alleged. If you can't really show us that this man is a scammer, then it's really nothing we can do. It's no more process to this.
Yeah. So at this point, yeah, that's what we're waiting on is you know, the full proof, something tangible. Because I mean, if this man is legit a scammer, we need to get him the fuck up out of here, and that's just it. And that's all.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna do it based on a couple of text messages with no receipts.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. Anybody that does have any, you know, tangible evidence and whatnot, let's collaborate. Let's get this man the fuck up out of here. And that's just where we're at this point. You know. But yeah, but we just wanted to hop on here and, you know, give a little update on this whole situation. Cause this dude got the city up in arms right now.
I mean,
so,
and that's another thing that bothers me so much. And maybe this is just me. I am a 40 plus year old man that when I was growing up, nobody played this type of jazz. Like if you thought somebody was a fraud, they had to prove that they wasn't a fraud, and that just is what it is. It ain't a bunch of people telling you this or a bunch of people telling you that. That person or that individual had to show and prove that they wasn't a fraud. And if they couldn't do that, then you ran their fucking name through the coals and somebody stomped them out somewhere. That just is what it is. And I'm again, when I say this, I'm not saying like, you know, you got to go gangster, you got to be tough, but like Lindsay said, you got to get a motherfucker up out of here.
Yeah, that's just what it is. That's just what it is at the end of the day, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much what we was coming on for an update on. You know, you just hit us up, let us know what's going on. You know, we're here on we're on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and TikTok, and you know, we have all these places where you can hit us up and let us know what's going on. But yeah, that was our special update on the Jay Marcel situation. And we will see you guys for the next episode of the Ish We Talk. All right.
Oh, before we cut off, again, because I said I had to say this. Listen, y'all, before we get off, a lot of y'all family is gonna get out of jail. One thing that Biden passed the crime bill a long time ago that sent a lot of our family to jail. Before he got out of the presidency, he gave a lot of individuals that had non-violent felonies, which was drug-related, clemency, which he should have did because he was the reason why majority of them was locked up. And that's the only thing I can say is the dopest thing that Biden ever did while being a president. You got a lot of people coming home. So pay attention to that. So for all of y'all that was that kind of like, you know, Lil Jon ain't about to say shit to me. That nigga locked up for 15. That nigga might be coming home in June.
And what you say, Nick?
Yeah. Probably want to be mindful of the shit talking that y'all doing. Because a lot of niggas ain't telling y'all that they got the clemency. They just about to be popped up over their motherfucking mama or auntie house. So pay attention to that. Because just because you don't have a nonviolent felony, don't mean you don't know how to knock a nigga tooth out his mouth. So pay attention to what y'all, how y'all moving and what y'all saying about people.
Yeah.
In this next year. Because I guarantee you, a lot of niggas are coming home y'all didn't think was coming home soon.
Yeah. So act accordingly.
Act accordingly. 100%. Like, I pay attention to this shit. I ain't talk shit about niggas locked up because I don't disrespect no nigga, because I don't believe no nigga should go to jail for taking care of his family.
Yeah.
But some of y'all niggas was doing that. Some of y'all niggas done blown people's money. Y'all done fucked over cars. Y'all done fucked over homes. All that. You know that nigga coming home? That nigga coming home this year. He coming home this year. You was like, I don't give a fuck about fuck this nigga. He coming home this year.
Right. You think you had some time to give him his money back? No, you ain't got that much time.
Yeah, you better put some overtime in at UPS because he know you took that 25 and he want that 25 back.
With interest. Okay.
Right.
So yeah. So we will see you guys at our regularly scheduled program this weekend. All right. Bye.
Exactly.